Welcome back to Americana Outdoors. We're in Michigan near Limberlost Farms with Keeton Eoff.
There we go. You know, I actually got to come up to Michigan on a hunting trip this year, and knowing I was going to be here for a few days, and knowing that I may not hunt all those days, I wanted to kind of be proactive and do some fishing. A lot of these places don't make the magazines and don't make the fishing reports, but you get back to some of these waters and there's a lot less pressure and there's a lot of fish, and you can find some nice fish and have great days on the water. You know, up here in the Midwest and up in the north, there's just a lot of diversity in small lakes, and there's a lot of different species out there that if you know, you just put in the time and go give it a try, you can catch something new. The day I started fishing out of Hobies, the one thing that's increased is my days fishing. It's a lot easier to grab the Hobie, throw it on the car, throw it in the truck, and go out even for a couple hours. Just go out and get some days fishing. It's just me, you know, every once in a while I'll take some friends with me, but just that time on the water, doing it like I grew up doing it maybe. It's something special, and I fish more now than I have the last 10 years.
The sport of kayak fishing has really taken off in the last few years. Once just a niche group of hardcore fishermen, kayaks have moved into the mainstream from coast to coast.
Nothing new. People have been in canoes and other types of paddle vessels forever. And I guess it started, you know, 8 or 10 years ago. A lot more people started doing it, and you know, it's happening at all kinds of levels. The number of people getting into the sport, and you know, Hobie is one of those manufacturers. We've run a charitable recreational type of format tournament here in Jacksonville for years, and every year we collect the demographics on how many people fish what brand. And Hobie in the last 2 years has gone from, you know, a mid-level market player to market leader.
It's probably one of the best platforms to fish off of that you can get. You pedal the boat basically with your legs, so you're able to move around and do all your fishing, rigging, and casting, you know, pretty much with that hands-free environment.
Fatty. Wow, now that is a nice bass. You know, every time I go out in my Hobie, there's some different aspect of the boat that helps contribute to my trip. And this time I couldn't help but notice that the Mirage drive and the conditions I was in, I had light winds, it wasn't too bad, but I was able to take that boat, nose it into the wind, and stay in control every time I fished a location. I would plan ahead and kind of plan out the way I was going to approach it, and then I would just use and maneuver myself a little bit, playing with the wind, and that Mirage drive would help me do that, and it also helped me as soon as I would catch a fish, I would go ahead and bend out and get away from that structured location, because where those fish were, they were concentrated. I knew there'd be other ones. So I would make sure I get the fish on, hook him up, and then I would get pushed away and get out of there so I didn't tear up the location. It's like another nice black bass. Oh, that's a pretty good fish. It's acting like it. Oh yes. Now that I own a Hobie, I can go fishing anytime I want. And the extended cost of using that product is minimal. I don't insure it, I don't put fuel in it. And so once I've purchased it, there's really, you know, I spend money on accessories and fishing equipment, and that's the best part about it.
If you're in the market for a kayak, we encourage you to check out Hobie's Mirage drive system that makes kayaking hands-free. Carry it on your car and fish it in fresh or salt water. Log on and visit Hobie Kayaks online at hobiecat.com. While you're there, check out the video demo of the Mirage drive system in action. The Hobie kayaks come in a variety of models from single to tandem, sport to touring. We encourage you to give them a look.